Panama Canal in Central America is a monumental passageway which started as just an idea conceived by the French. The goal was to create a waterway which would connect the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans much more effectively than it had done before. The desire for the canal was so that the rest of the world could be connected to California without needing to travel all the way around South America and Cape Horn. Ferdinand de Lesseps of France had already constructed the Suez Canal, and the French wanted to duplicate this achievement. They started to build the Panama Canal but had to stop because of the excess cost. Meanwhile, Great Britain and the United States had started to plan to build a canal through Nicaragua. Before the project got underway, Colombia, which controlled Panama, didn't want a canal to be built. Panamanians wanted the canal because they wanted more foreign relations, and so a revolution for independence from Colombia occurred. Backed with lots of aid from the United States, Panama won independence and quickly granted access to build the canal. President Teddy Roosevelt decided to pay the French $40 million so that the United States could take over the construction, and by 1904, construction was in full swing. John Finley Wallace was appointed as chief engineer of the project in 1904 by President Roosevelt. He was not, however, prepared for the job, and resigned in under a year. Wallace was replaced by John F. Stevens, who engineered the canal from 1905 to 1907. Constructing the canal was a long and grueling task for many workers, and there were many casualties. Many of these deaths were caused by fatal diseases such as malaria, a mosquito-borne infection, and yellow fever, which left many workers bedbound and unable to do their duty as they died slowly. In total, over 20,000 deaths occurred, which furthered the construction time. The canal's final cost ended up at almost $400 million, which was the most costly construction project in U.S. history at the time. The canal would stretch 50 miles across Panama to create a crucial link between the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans. Reactions to the Panama Canal were very positive. It was a major accomplishment of industry, and the American Society of Civil Engineers even named it one of the industrial wonders of the modern world. The canal not only aided trade with other countries in the West Coast, but also gave the U.S. Navy control in two oceans during both World Wars.